I guarantee it.
And welcome back here to Fox and Friends. Well, Obama's choice to have Rick Warren do the invocation at the inauguration has already caused quite a stir. Now the question of whether Pastor Warren will invoke Jesus Christ in his prayer is creating a whole new controversy among atheists and other non-Christian religious groups. I'm joined this morning by Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, founder and president of Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny, and Barrett Brown of the American Atheist Society. Good morning to you both this morning.
Good morning.
Barrett, let me start with you.
Good morning. Happy New Year to you in the name of Jesus.
Happy New Year to you as well, Reverend. Barrett, let me start with you. Why should non-Christians or atheists feel threatened by Warren invoking the name of Jesus Christ at the inauguration?
Well, no one should feel threatened by Rick Warren. He's not a very good writer. He's not very clever. All he does is rewrite things that other people have already written before.
But why should they feel threatened? It seems to me that there's a controversy of whether or not he would invoke the name of Jesus Christ. Why should a non-Christian be bothered by that?
Well, having an invocation in the first place is sort of an un-American practice. This nation is the first nation in history to be founded explicitly not on a religion. So
most of our founding fathers, though, were religious, were of faith, and were Christian. I mean, Reverend, let me ask you this question. The argument, though, that Barrett is suggesting is that, you know, this is a moment for all Americans. That there are millions of Americans who are non-Christian, who are perhaps atheists, who are Jewish, where the name Jesus Christ might bother them. Why is this an important part of this invocation?
It is a moment for all Americans, but it's insane to think that Rick Warren should not invoke the name of Jesus. You have to realize that this great country was built in the name of Jesus. That's why we became and still is the greatest country in the world, because of our belief in Jesus. And it's insane to allow the few who have decided, for whatever reason, not to believe in Jesus to impose their views upon us. We cannot allow this to happen. And as you said, the framers, the founder of this country, they were spiritual people. They believed in Jesus. That's why they came here and founded this great nation. So we cannot allow the few to impose their idea on us.
Go ahead and respond to the Reverend there, his point about the faith of the Founding Fathers, and what this is a moment for all Americans, really.
Well, the idea that the Founding Fathers were all Christians is absurd. Anyone who's read their
It's not
writings,
absurd.
Well, all right, well, it is. You know, if you go back and read their letters to each other, they explicitly talk about how worried they are that this nation will fall under theocracy.
Well, they believed in Jesus. They were spiritual people, and whenever they would start a meeting, prior to a meeting, they would pray in the name of Jesus that he would guide them in the right way to go.
Right, no
and, you know, you have a choice.
That. The only people who believe that are people who...
All right, let's bring it back to modern day, Barrett. I want to ask you, Reverend brings up a good point, though, about Jesus Christ. Okay, even if you don't believe he is the Son of God, and even if you are not a Christian, isn't, though, we respect the name of Jesus Christ as a symbol of hope and peace in this new world?
That's right.
I mean, in using the name of Jesus Christ doesn't mean that suddenly everyone in this audience is baptized as a Christian.
Right. I'm not personally bothered by it, but I think it sets a bad precedent to invoke a particular religious creed in a nation that's guided by a constitution which explicitly forbids that.
We have always had prayer, and the atheists have a choice. They can turn away when praying in the name of Jesus. They can cover their ears. They don't have to listen, but they do not have a right. The few of them do not have a right to say to the American people, we want to give thanks to Jesus Christ for building or causing us to build a great nation.
Final word, Barrett?
I don't know what he was talking about, but again, I want to reiterate.
You don't have to listen. You can turn away from it at that point.
I would like people viewing this program to go back and read the words of the Founding Fathers, read the words of Thomas Jefferson, read the words of James Madison, the father of the Constitution, and read the Constitution.
All right, Barrett Brown,
well,
American
when you read
Atheist
it,
Society.
You got to find that they were spiritual people.
Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, we appreciate you both coming on and sharing your views with us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's toss it into Dave and Gretchen. They are in the green room this morning.
Thanks, Clayton. Coming up on the show, President-elect takes over in just